To Truth Moment. So this is your moment of truth. I'm your host, Rabbi Zevi Weinberg, author of KabbalahWisdom.org, over 40 books on Judaism, Jewish mysticism, and really, I may say, specializing in taking the wisdom of the past and making it relevant to the present. And if I really had to sum up, who am I to say anything? I'm just a student. But my great master, Lubavitch Rebbe, who was really the greatest rabbi in all of history, he summed it up. And so if he summed it up, it is an accurate summary. The summary of Judaism, the summary of life, it all boils down to two words. It's called goodness and kindness. What is the difference between goodness and kindness? The difference is as follows. Goodness is something that I must behave. In other words, society basically can function in one of three ways. One is what we would call the balance of power. It's just a dog or man-eat-man world. And most civilizations, most groups, even though they may look okay on the outside, I'm not here to offend anybody. I'm only here to uplift, but I'm just saying it to bring out a point. But, China might look good. That's because there's a central power that's in charge. But if there was no central power in China, they'd be ripping each other to shreds. And the same thing is with most countries. Those countries that do not have a shared destiny, a religious value system that they all buy into, and the dignity of that value system creates basically humanity and a humaneness, then we immediately get into a tribal kind of mentality. That's why it's actually quite normal for China to want to expand their empire, because that's what it is. It's an empire. It's a king of a country, and what does he want? He wants expansion. That's what we all want. The only difference is that if I'm a religious person, I understand that my expansion can't come at your expense. My expansion can only come with you, not against you. The second is that a person, follows a religion, or let me say, or spiritual. We have something maybe not antagonistic to somebody else, but not necessarily of benefit to the other. It means even spirituality or even a religion can be something which is kind of, well, if I do this, God's going to help me, or this system is good for me. I'm not bad, but I'm not necessarily selfless. So goodness is really, there's a beautiful statement and they were really amazing people, the Dutch, and they say we have to be sane. And how do the Dutch define basically sanity? It is that effectively knowing that the other person exists. And that's very important, because if you forget that the other person has emotions, now I want to say this, not only the other person, men to women, women to men, we may be different, but we're basically the same. We have a heart, we have a mind, we have a body, we have feelings, and the same thing is, God forbid, not to be a racist, not to look down at another person because maybe a color of her skin, whatever it is. They have a mind, they have a heart, they have a body. We're all actually almost exactly the same. And those little bit of differences between us are actually beautiful, because that makes the world a beautiful place. If you had a painting and it was just one color, it's not much of a painting. But if you have a painting and it has billions of colors, that's really quite beautiful. So the differences between us, they don't actually divide us, they unite us. It gives us pleasure and joy. But the key, and this is the key, we have to understand that this world is a creation. We're exactly like in a video screen, and there's a computer that makes us. Not only made us, that makes us, because without the computer, the screen doesn't work this second. I just met somebody this morning. We were discussing this. He says, yeah, this is like simulation theory. I said, yes, it is like simulation theory. The only difference is, according to Judaism, it's not like an imaginary thing. The essence of reality is God. It's like the computer is the screen. But at the same time, there is a projected image, and you are one of those images on the screen. And so the bottom line is, we're all in it together. There is one creator, and he really wants us to be good and kind. Now, what does it mean to be good and kind? So we all know the famous story that a convert came to Hillel, the elder, and he said, Hillel, can you please teach me the basis of the Torah? And he says, that which you don't want someone to do to you, don't do to them. And the question has been subsequently asked, why did he ask in such a way of the negative? He could have said it in the positive. Why did he answer in the negative? He could have said it in the positive. He said, that which you want others to do to you, do to them. The answer is because the one thing that nobody wants, no one, I don't care if the guy's crazy, sadistic, whatever, nobody wants to get offended. Nobody wants to get shamed. In fact, that's why a lot of people do offend, because they feel offended and they're jealous that you're not. So that jealousy is causing them to offend. Bottom line is, we don't want to get offended. And so in summary, goodness means not to hurt another person. That's what goodness means. And kindness means to seek out the people that need help and to be kind. And if we just did these two things, goodness, not to hurt, kindness, to be kind, what an amazing world it would be. But you are the world. You are the world to other people, particularly if you have an important role. Let's say you're a father, or you're a husband, or you're a doctor, or you're a woman and you're a wife. Whatever your condition is, you matter so much to the people around you. So always remember, goodness and kindness is the purpose of the world. Goodness and kindness. I won't hurt, I will help. I won't hurt, I will help. L'chaim v'levracha.